Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat, and I'm just here to show you the finished journal and the pocket and all that. I mean, you've seen most of it if you've watched my other videos, so I'm just going to kind of do this quick. I did the little pocket here, the envelope that my sister made, crocheted for me, and pinned it, and then I just put a little crocheted flower inside of there, but you could put, you know, whoever gets this can put a little secret letter or some little neat gift if you're giving it as a gift, something you want to put in there. So that's all that's in there right now. And then yesterday I showed you guys this ephemera pocket, so I'm not going to go into great detail with that, but that's in that pocket, and I just put one of these Tim Holtz clips on it to, you know, you can kind of get a hold of it a little bit easier. And it just slides into this. There's a glassine bag right there, craft colored glassine bag, and I just kind of clipped it. And then the journal is finished. I think it was Kathy Cadell who did a doily, and then she sewed like ribbon to the doily to tie it around, and I liked that look. I didn't at this time have a doily, so I used this nice, it's kind of an elasticy lace, so it kind of will give a little bit, and then obviously with the ribbon you can tie it, you know, differently if you add a bunch of stuff to it, but it is an elastic lace here so that, you know, it'll have some give. So the front cover, I found these like old frames. I think they're from the 80s. They're not super vintage, but they were just kind of cool, and they were all in a book, and I just cut it down to make the cover, and it's just on some cardstock, you know. And I think this is that Once Upon a Time or something like that. It's a pretty old paper pack, but I just liked the trees and the writing and that, so I glued it onto there. And then this is avocado dyed lace here, and then this is the pocket that we made yesterday. I made with you guys. That's just got the library card and one of Tracy Fox's cards, and then one of her cards that I altered, the layaway cards that I altered. And that goes right in there. And I did fix everything. I fixed this, put a thing here because I pulled that Sorry Silk a little too tight up here, and it pulled up a little too high, so I put a reinforcer on there and fixed that. And then, you know, the pockets are all opened and good now. So, and then this is scrapbook paper, and I have decorated the inside, just places to journal. This is like a vintage time card book that I had, and this is just a piece of ephemera from a paper pack, and then just a lady that I fussy cut. And avocado dyed graph paper from Denise. This is some Edith Holden. And avocado dyed like printer paper. It's lined paper. It's kind of old and starting to yellow a little bit. This is a digital kit of papers that I got, and I decorated most of them. Some of them are just like stenciled, and other ones I've added other things to, and we made this in one of my videos, this little, the seed pocket, and it's a tuck back here too, so you can put sorry about my arm. You can put stuff back behind there or in the pocket. There's two spots to put ephemera, and now I just lost my little card in there. And some avocado dyed lined paper, and more avocado dyed paper, lined paper. Lots of writing room. This is deli paper, scrapbook paper, or digital kit paper. And there I decorated that one again with just more pieces, just to add some interest. You know, you still got journaling room, but it just makes it a little bit more interesting. And I figured out, and this may be silly, you guys probably already all know how to do this or have done this, but I always try to do it with the cardboard, and I still like that. That works really well. But I also figured out, you know, if you use your old lines from like scrapbooking, if you have them, which I have all this stuff because I'm old, but you can just use the ink, and that works really well. So yeah, wow, pretty shocking, right? So avocado dyed paper. This is some paper that's out of an old book. It's like glassine that's old and it's started to yellow. And lined paper. And then this is an envelope that I altered. It's actually 2 envelopes because they're hooked together. And this is one of my collage paper tags, and on the back it's just, you know, you can just write on it. And that goes in the top pocket. And then there's another pocket right here with just really cool avocado dyed 3x5 card, and I did cut a little bit off of it because it was, I sewed across here so it wasn't tucking very far, but it just really is saturated with that color. It's very pretty. Denise does amazing avocado dyed paper, so like I've said lots of times, go check her out if you like that paper, because she just does a great job. And then the inside's all collaged, and some more digital paper. And then this is one of Tracy Fox's, this was like a time card, a little one, and so I just stitched it closed to make it a pocket, and it has a collage tag in there that I made. Sorry, I'm still fighting this junk, this cold. So that goes in there. And then this is an old lace collar, like from a dress or something. Denise sent it. She got it with some estate sale stuff. And I cut out one of the flowers and just put a little pearl in the middle. And then this is just a journaling card that slides in and out of there. And then there's also the tuck at the back. So you have the tuck at the back, the main pocket, and then the lace pocket. So, and another avocado dyed card. And there is, you could kind of journal there if you wanted to. And this is music paper and avocado dyed paper. No, sorry, I was just making sure my thing was recording. I've just been having a heck of a time this week with getting videos made. And another one of the little collage places to write that I do. Avocado dyed, and this is cool because you can kind of see the, whatever she laid it on is in the paper. And that's Digi, and this one is just stenciled and stamped. Excuse me, with a place to write. Avocado dye, deli paper, avocado. And then this is the center of the signature, Edith Holden, which is fabulous. And deli and avocado, and the other side of that one. And this flips out. This is one of those seed packets that I've decorated with you guys. This one we didn't do together, this one I just did, but I can get the little card out of there. It's like caught on the top or something. What it's stuck on. That was weird. But that's, and this is just some fabric that it's kind of like Artie Mays does those ones where she just rolls it and sews it. That's kind of what I did, and then I just put a pearl there. And then there's journaling space on the back. And that goes this way so that you can see her from the pocket in the front, and there's some journaling space, journaling space. I need to fix that flower. And that's all been collaged. And music paper, and then there's a little journaling spot, and this is a picture out of a book. And another little journaling spot. This one, there is a tuck spot right here. And that's the only one. These are all glued all the way down. This is the other side of the envelope, and it also has a collaged tag that you can journal on the back of. This one's just collaged on both sides. It does have a little tuck spot right here and a journaling card. And then I just stitched around that picture some washi. And the other side, that old glassine, and another picture from that same book. Just pretty art pictures and a place to write. Deli paper, lined paper, avocado, another spot to write. And another little, you could journal here, you know, put a picture or whatever. And Edith Holden and avocado and another little journaling spot. And that's the end. And then there's another seed packet here. And I think I've showed this one. Just a journaling card in there. It's all been decorated up. And there, it doesn't open at the top or anything, it's just that side slit. And there's some little, there's a bulb pin with a charm on it there. So that is that, and it will be going into my Etsy shop probably later today. So I just have to get some pictures taken of it. But it's all done, and so you'll get all, you know, the whole thing, the pocket and the little ephemera kit for this journal and the journal. So yeah. Alright, so I will do a little craft with me now. I've got a mess like usual under here. Excuse me. Sorry, I keep coughing. So I have taken a manila, you know, envelope thing, and I just folded it. Let's see, I need my ruler. It's about, normally it's the size that's 9 inches long by 9 by 6. And I folded it up to, let's see, this pocket right here is like almost 4 1/4. Basically what I did is I took out this little, the metal thing, because I'm going to cover this with paper, but I didn't want that like poking through the paper. And so I just folded the bottom of the envelope up to where the lip is. See, right where this lip is to the opening. And so I'm going to decorate it first, but then I'm going to turn it this direction, and it'll sit like this and be a pocket here, you know, the pocket there, and then the big pocket right here to slide something into. And I really wanted to use my digital kit that I just made with my son. He actually truly did most of the work. I just kind of told him where I wanted stuff, and you know, he knows how to use Photoshop, I don't, so I just told him what I wanted and where, and I scanned a bunch of old stuff into the computer first, and that's what we used mostly. So it's on my Etsy shop, and this is what it looks like. It's 6 pages. So, and that's what I was going to use today to decorate this. I thought that might be kind of fun to do with you guys. So I hope everybody's having a good weekend, and I'm just going to ink this a little bit. Everybody's just been working outside, and I'm not feeling real great today, so I didn't go tackle any of that, but I did want to show this. I'm excited to have it done, and it figures I get sick right when I'm wanting to show it. But there, it was great. Oh, and I didn't even mention, I cut, I not only folded that up, but I cut the piece out right here. That would probably be also good to know, right? Just, I cut that little flap out that was right there. And that piece, this piece measures, it's 2 1/4 is what I cut out, and then it was just the length from the fold to there. So it's from there to there. But it's 2 1/4 inches this way. But I mean, you can really just do it however you want, depending on, you know, what you're using the pocket for, or what you need to put in there, or, you know, whatever. It doesn't have to be these exact measurements. It's just an idea of something to do with these envelopes that get kicking around, you know. We all have this kind of stuff, or it's easy to come by anyway. So yeah, I did take that the middle part out of there and patched it just with some coffee dyed paper so that it wasn't a big old hole. Not that it would have mattered, because it's going to get covered anyway, but I just didn't want glue going in through the hole and getting stuck on the other side. And all that really fun stuff. I am going to decorate this other side because I will show you in the end what the plan is. So yeah, I was watching a few things this morning because I was just kind of blah sitting around, and I noticed that Tracy Fox is doing a design team call out for people with 300 subscribers or less. So if you guys have less than 300 subscribers, I would definitely do that because you know, she'll get your name out there, and you know, she has a lot of subscribers, so if people watch her and they end up watching you, they might, you know, subscribe to your channel. So if you haven't heard that, which I'm sure a lot of you probably already have, but I would definitely go and check it out because she does an amazing job, and that's really awesome that she's doing that. It's a great idea. She just wants to help those people get their names out, so that was very kind, I thought. Alright, so I don't totally know exactly what I'm going to do here, but I think I'm going to use this background paper, and this is old vintage wallpaper, and I haven't cut the edge off. And that's just the way it printed on our printer, but we can get it to do the full size too, and everybody's printer is different, so if something is getting cut off, you might want to do the shrink to fit. If it's not quite big enough, kind of like this, you might want to do, you know, have it say fill page or whatever. I should do this with my cutter so I cut a straight line. My son must be playing with the cat. He's crying away down there like a goof. He doesn't like to be held. That's all my son wants to do, is hold him. Ugh. They have kind of a odd relationship. They're in love with the cat, but the cat doesn't really reciprocate very well.
I was going to bring him up here and put him on the desk, but
he's being mean to you. Yeah, Larry said he was going to bring him up, put him on my desk, but he was being mean. He just doesn't want to be held ever, really, by anybody. That's just not, he's one of those animals that's like, nope, I don't want you holding me. So that always makes for interesting pet for kids. I'm just going to kind of tear this out. I'm going to kind of collage like I've done with most of this, or like I have been doing lately. This isn't the same. I was thinking I was doing stuff for my journal still. It's all done. But I kind of just like this collage thing that I've been doing. And that's kind of what I had intended with these papers. I mean, they could definitely be folded and put into a journal. It's just, I kind of had intended them to be like collage type stuff. Excuse me. I'm going to tear down this side too, because if you'll notice there's this dip, and so I'm not going to, the straight line thing isn't going to work. I could cover it over and come all the way up, but I kind of like the dip because that lets you know that that pocket's back there. And you know, I don't have to cut a thumb hole or do anything like that way. So this is just really truly going to be collaged on here. And I can come up to the top, but since everything else is torn, I think I'm just going to tear this up here. So yeah, I feel very fortunate that Theron learned how to use this Photoshop this year at school and could help me do this, because I really don't know. I'm going to have to take a class or something so that I can make more of these. So this is our first go around at this, so please be forgiving. But please let me know what you would do different, or if there's something you would like to see done, or you know, whatever, because that's always helpful. I mean, I want people to like them. I don't want to just make what I like and other people are not, you know, liking them. So it's very helpful to know what, you know, you guys want. So you don't have to just, constructive criticism is okay. Yeah, I think I need like some book page. This one a little bit like to go over here. Maybe more like that. This little piece of lace just sitting here. It's like it's asking to go in the collage. I have all kinds of junk sitting over here though. And, oh, I forgot I put a guest check on there. I was going to cut this out, so let me do that real quick. I just glued a guest check onto the back of one of the pages. These guest checks make really good, you know, like large size tags. And then you can still journal on the back because of the lines. I just cannot cut straight at all today. Still didn't get. It's funny sometimes when you get along these edges, the paper wants to like fold instead of cut. I don't know if that's just me or if other people have that problem. Okay, so that's the front with the roses. I really like those roses. They're pretty. I'm just going to set that aside for right now and finish this. I think I'm going to use, I want those birds since I like these birds. Since they're free to use. That's the awesome part about digital downloads is you can, you know, just go print it again the next time you want to use it. So it's kind of nice. I guess I'm going to end up taking that off. I guess that piece isn't going to work. I can use it on another part because I've got the whole thing to cover. So I can use a piece of this though over here. I just need to get an idea. Yeah, so you're not going to see hardly anything there. So maybe I won't do that. I will use something else. I'll keep changing, huh? Some doily. Let's use the single piece. Yeah, so you're just really not going to see a whole lot of anything. I might do a little something down here. I could take another piece of doily. If I can get a hold of it. Not knock the camera over. Something like that that kind of sticks out a little bit, just so there's a little something in that corner over there. That's the only problem with the curve of this envelope, so I think we'll do something like that. Alright, where did I put my glue? Right here. I'm telling you, when I take cold medicine, I get about as dingy as I'll get out. I mean, I'm already pretty dingy, but cold medicine just makes me, ew. I just really can't take anything. I prefer not to take anything. But the cough has been unbearable for everybody around me, so, including myself. My husband was probably ready to choke me last night because I couldn't stop, even with medicine. It does get aggravating. I completely understand. You could, and I should have probably done some stamping behind there just to, but like I said, my brain's not working today. But yeah, I would normally do some stamping back there. These digital kits are fun to make. It's crazy the stuff you can do with the computer. I remember when I was a kid, I'm going to date myself, but I had a Commodore 64 and we had to put in programs, like big whole pages of programs, just to get one picture. It's a lot easier now, for sure. Okay, I want to decorate this pocket. Let's see what it is. I'm going to use that other pocket, so maybe just like some lined paper in there. Some of this old stuff. I love these edges like this. And then I have the pocket. So this pocket comes in my digital download, and it has the flaps, so you just have to score it and then fold those sides in, and then you're not going to see those. I do need to ink it a little bit. And I glued mine to some manila folder because I had just printed it out on like regular copier paper, but you can print it also on something thick, or if you do just like to print on copier paper, because I know it makes some of our printers mad when we use thick paper. So you can just back it. See, this is just manila folder. I just glued it on there and then cut it out. So it's easier if you glue it on and cut it out after. It works better that way. So put that there. And this one does not need any inking. It is already fabulous by itself. And I think I will stamp it with my stamp that I love. In this you see, remember me. I don't know why, I just love that. I think that's kind of a cool thing. Stamp it right there. And you can't totally read it, but I just like the script. It's kind of a cool script that they used. That's a Stampin' Up! Stamp. This I am going to do some stamping on. I'm going to remember, because I don't want to have to try to cover every bit of it. And you can get these in different colors too if you don't like this orangey yellow kind of a color. I know that I've seen white ones and whatever, but this is just, you know, when we're trying to use up stuff, this is usually what you're going to get in the mail, so that's kind of where I was going with that. And maybe a rose. And like I said, you're not going to see a lot of that anyway, but I just like having something back there. kind of adds to it to have a little something there in the background. And glue these down. This was kind of a fun little pocket. I thought it would look cute on a, you know, a page or something like this. It's not a giant pocket, it's just kind of a good size to add a little something somewhere. And then this little tag fits right inside of there. I'm going to ink it a little bit. I love those birds. So cute. That's the one that's sitting on the frame corner on that bigger page. They really don't, I don't think, need a whole lot of anything. I mean, you could definitely add something like lace or something to make it more dimensional. But I don't think I would want to cover it up too much because it's cute. Little birds. And then, oh, you know, I forgot to add that piece, but it's not going to fit very well anyway. I could, can I still lift that? Yeah. I could add it under here. Turn it this way. Yeah, I like that. Let me see. Telling you, cold medicine and I don't get along. It's bad. And then I like to kind of do the squish thing here, and that's I showed you on the other envelope, or you know, the pocket for the journal. And I altered the manila folder. That's what I was trying to think of. I did that. I think I might put that right there. So I'm going to kind of, since I didn't use that piece of lace on the other part, glue this up here. Just take this so it looks like it's kind of coming out of here. Take this out so I don't get it glued down or something. Kind of squish it a little too. It just gives it more dimension and makes it not look so, well, flat, obviously. That's the whole point of dimension, right? So see, just adds something to it. Okay, so this got bent up because that's what doilies do. And put just glue across the bottom right here and this side. And I think this can probably go in its pocket now. And watch out for the lace. And I'll put some lace or something on that as well. And then we need to decorate this other side so that we've got, you know, when we put it in our journal, we'll still be able to see that side. So got what I want on there. Doily. Oh, I wanted to show you guys, I made one of the coin envelopes, the envelope that's in there. I just didn't want there to be any confusion on this. It's really more like a coin envelope. So you score it and fold in each side. And we didn't make the score lines very dark because we didn't want them showing. But if you just come to, you know, right there where the two corners come together and score it down, it works fine as long as you're meeting up like on your scoreboard at that corner and that corner, and then just score it right down and it works. I mean, they are there, it's just they're kind of light. So that's how it comes together, and then that's the open close, and you could make that shorter if you wanted to. But yeah, it's just like a little coin envelope. So that's how that one works. I just knock some down. Okay, this I do need to do a little stamping, so I'm going to take that out. I don't know that that's going to make a huge difference, but I'm telling you, the brain's everywhere today. Bad. Just like putting little bits of these stamps on here. I know I'm going a long ways. I'll do the rose. My little plate moves. I'll put a little on here because you may see a little bit of that. Let's do. I just like to almost do this one where you only see parts of it. Alright, and I put down a piece of doily, and then I think I want to use the picture of this lady back here, but I do want some of the, and I'm just going to tear her out. I'm not even going to use her like a postcard. Let's see if I can do it right here. I could use my ruler, right? That would make it easier. Why do you want to make it easier? That's weird. I don't have one of the fancy tearing rulers. I need to get one of those. I just messed that up a little bit. I really just want her picture. I don't really care about all the stuff it says at this time. And then I need some of the flowers stuff. So I'm just going to use part of this one, and this one again I'm going to tell you guys has that dot pattern in the ink, and that's not anything we did. That's the way that image originally was on a card, like a Victorian card, and so that's the way that image appears. So just so you know. Yeah, I think I'm just going to tear this one. I really just want that torn edge thing. I don't need all this white up here. Cream, whatever color. Let's see how much of this we need. Kind of want it up higher so you can see it more up here. I could use one of these if I had a smaller one. Something like that is what I'm going to go for. So I just need to ink this stuff. I don't need this top part. Like I said yesterday when I was doing this, I like using this ink with this glass and the little applicator because it rolls the edge, and I kind of like that. If it's thin enough paper, it doesn't work on thick paper. Alright. I don't need as much as this as I thought because I'm only really using it up in the top corner, and I may put a little more somewhere else, but mainly it was only being seen up here. So I think I'm going to do like this, and I can trim it off where it's, need a little ink on that. Just trim it where it hangs off. A little bit like this. I'll trim again, like I said. I like these birds. Husband's talking to the cats. Okay, I think something like that works. Let's see, is there anything else? These. And those I backed on manila folder, and I just cut with a deckled edge scissor to give it, you know, more of that tag look. I think that's too much though, if I do that. It's our lovely outside faucet. Turn it a little bit, I think. I kind of feel like this corner needs to come off. Okay, that's better. And it feels like it needs, like, I don't know, something else. Maybe. And these little tickets. There's these little tickets too that I threw on there. They're just on regular printer paper. Put it down here, kind of do the pinch thing on it. Kind of pinch it and then almost fold it down. Alright. So that's that side and this side. And so I can put stuff back in pockets. Let me get some lace for that particular one. My fiddly little hands will do this today. This other thing, the cough, the medicine, the just cold medicine makes me So it's funny, these scissors seem so sharp until I try to cut anything but paper. But I guess that's kind of the way it is. That's why you have fabric scissors and paper scissors. I can go in there, and then I have all kinds of goodies to go in the other pockets. I need to make this into a tag. So that was, again, off of the bottom of, if I can find my thing, I'll just use this. It's weird that that one's so wide and the other one's not. Anyway, the bottom of that sheet of paper with the birds up in the corner. Which is good because this corner's turning over, so. Okay. And then I need a hole in it. Love those roses, they're so pretty. I'm not a huge fan of like growing roses, but I like them in this old vintage look. I just think it's kind of fun. And then my lady that I had, going to quickly put my glasses on and fussy cut her real quick. Not like hugely, just do a kind of a rough fussy cut around her so that I can use her here. This lady came out of a Muzzy magazine, and I think she was a Duchess. But the magazine is from 1906. It is so cool, the ads and stuff in it. And, you know, all the ladies are very fancy like this. But I thought it was kind of cool. And got her feather up on her hat. And we added glitter, so let me know what you guys think, like if you like stuff like the glitter, if you don't like it. I know of course everybody's gonna have a different opinion, right? But anyway, I just am curious what people like or don't like, because obviously we don't all have the same taste, clearly, or we would all make the same stuff all the time. Do a little tearing. I'm going to do tearing, and I just want that roughness. I'll tear this off just because it's right at the bottom. I don't like that green back there. Okay, I'm going to have to... Sorry, I was like watching paint dry. I just don't like the color back there, even though I'm going to put her own color. Okay. And this tag. She may be too tall. I'm going to have to tear her skirt a little bit more. Like right here, I think is where I want her. I need to cut around her face right there. I guess I should have just full on fussy cut her, right? I'm just going to tear a little bit more. And then I'll ink that. So see, you don't have to keep it, I guess what I'm trying to show is you don't have to keep it like on the same page that it's on. You can switch it up, cut her out, you know, do whatever you want. You don't have to keep it just the way it is. I mean, of course you can't, but don't feel like you can't put one piece somewhere because it's with something else or whatever. Put that in there. I just want a little something down along the bottom. Just seeing if there's anything on here. I had all kinds of stuff out here, and now I'm not finding anything I want to use. It's the same thing. That might be kind of cool. Let's do that tag. If I ink it, it'll look a little more in place. Whoops. Been doing that a lot lately. And we can do a rose back here and ink the edges of that. A little something. Where's my white edge? Alright, there's that, and let's put some lace in that as well. This is vintage lace, or seam binding, or whatever they call it. Okay, so this can go in this pocket back here. There's pocket. And then I have a few other little things that need to be inked. These could be just journaling cards. And this, again, is that rose that has that dotty, you know, sort of dots in the ink. I keep saying that, but I just want to make sure people know that it's not like something that's wrong with it. It's just the way that image is, for real. For reals. Alright, this one could go in here. So if you don't want to cover the lady, it could go in here. And I have a postcard that is in there, and I just backed it with coffee dyed paper. So you can just back them with coffee dyed paper. And there are the backs of postcards too, and I thought one of them was this one's, but they're different size. So you can just use them, you know, use the back and do the front of it. I know that Rachel at Roxy Creations has been doing those awesome like Easter collages, and she's been using like, you know, this as the back and then collaging the whole front, and it looks really cool. So you could even do something like that. And so that'll be a good journaling card. And it'll just go right back in here as well. This one could come out and go, just tuck it back behind or something, because there's technically 2 pockets here, but you know, you can use it however. So that could just kind of tuck back there. Yeah, so I just wanted to come on and show my kit. You could even stick this in somewhere if you didn't use the lady on there. She'll fit in that front pocket as well. So you can load it up however you want to. And then I thought it would be fun if you had your journal page, and this is just an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper folded in half, coffee stained. You could just attach it like either at this edge or, you know, this edge, and it flips open, except you want to glue that down. And you know, you could still have some journaling space right here. You could even cover this with like you know, something like this, all cut out obviously, but like something like that, or those lined sheets that I was using that are like this kind of thing. Sorry, this one's got stuff, I got a mess I need to clean up, but like something like that would be kind of cool. So it'll open and close like that. I thought that might be kind of a fun way to do it, because there's sticky there. I wouldn't just use that, I would put glue on there too, but I just thought that's kind of a fun way to use these envelopes, because they're a little bit big, and I thought about going the other direction, like having it do this way, but it's too wide, it would hang over. So this, you could put it down at the bottom corner and it could flip open. So yeah, I just thought that might be kind of a fun thing, and I don't know, somebody could have already thought of this, but anyway. That is just my little idea for the use of my first digital download. So I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your weekend, and have fun out there if you've got some nice weather. If you like my channel, please like and subscribe. Bye now.